John Adams was born on October 30th, 1735, in Braintree, Massachusetts, an area now known as Quincy. Raised in a modest Puritan household, he quickly stood out as a bright student who loved learning. After attending Harvard College, Adams turned to the law and earned a reputation as a principled and articulate attorney. Even as a young man, he displayed the integrity that would define his career, often taking on unpopular cases because he believed in a fair trial for everyone. His first brush with national prominence came amid growing tensions between the American colonies and Great Britain. Colonists resented British policies like taxation without representation, and Adams used his skills in writing and public speaking to channel that frustration into organized political action. One surprising example was when he defended British soldiers after the Boston Massacre, insisting that they deserved a proper defense despite public anger. This moment illustrates Adams's steadfast commitment to justice above all else. As revolutionary fervor spread, Adams became one of the movement's intellectual leaders. Serving in the Continental Congress, he pushed for independence from Britain and nominated George Washington to command the Continental Army. Adams also played a crucial role in convincing his fellow delegates to endorse the Declaration of Independence in 1776. While Thomas Jefferson penned the document, even Jefferson acknowledged Adams's persuasive efforts in unifying support for the cause. During the Revolutionary War, Adams went to Europe to help secure funding and alliances crucial to the American victory. Working with figures like Benjamin Franklin, he was key in negotiating the Treaty of Paris in 1783, which officially ended the war and recognized the United States as a new nation. These diplomatic achievements boosted America's standing on the global stage and showcased Adams' talents beyond domestic politics. Upon returning home, Adams served as the nation's first vice president under President George Washington. He famously called this role the most insignificant office ever conceived, underscoring his frustration with its limited powers. Nevertheless, he stayed loyal to Washington and the Federalist vision of a strong central government. In 1796, Adams ran for president and narrowly beat his longtime friend and rival, Thomas Jefferson, who then became his vice president. Adams's tenure as president from 1797 to 1801 was marked by intense challenges and controversies. Diplomatic relations with France deteriorated, leading to the infamous XYZ affair, in which French agents demanded bribes before negotiations could even begin. Outraged, Americans rallied behind Adams, escalating tensions into an undeclared naval conflict known as the Quasi-War. Adams also signed the Alien and Sedition Acts, measures meant to quell dissent and protect national security, but which many felt infringed on individual freedoms. These acts provoked strong opposition, damaging Adams's popularity and sparking fierce debates about the limits of government power. By the time the election of 1800 arrived, political lines were sharply drawn between Adams's Federalist Party and Jefferson's Democratic Republicans. In a pivotal moment for the young democracy, Adams lost to Jefferson and peacefully handed over power. His departure from the presidency set an early precedent for the orderly transfer of authority, an aspect that has become a hallmark of American political tradition. In retirement, Adams returned to his farm in Quincy, where he spent his later years reflecting on the Revolution's ideals and corresponding with Jefferson. Their relationship had shifted from friendship to rivalry and then back to friendship in their old age. Remarkably, both men died on July 4th, 1826, exactly 50 years after the adoption of the Declaration of Independence. John Adams was a complex figure, highly intellectual, fiercely independent, and committed to justice. He championed the cause of American independence, negotiated vital treaties, and served at the highest levels of government. Though his presidency was controversial, his broader legacy is one of dedication to the ideals that shaped the nation. Understanding his story offers a window into the passion and uncertainty that marked America's early years.